Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, now I just want to say I'm not trying to justify how Kim Kardashian and Kanye West kid is. I think it's Northwest, right? I believe it's it's North mini daughter. Yeah, I think I don't know, but anyway, hold on for a second. Let me just make sure of it and stuff because okay, yeah, it is Northwest. All right, so but yeah, people are trying to get on her for how she's been appearing lately, and you have to sit down and think about it. This is Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's kid. Why are you expecting her to be normal when you look at the outfits that Kanye then worn throughout in his later careers? I feel like early on in his career, yeah, he dressed normal. But when you look at him now wearing big old giant pants, some puffed out jacket, some weird mask, and some boots. And then Kim Kardashian, on the other hand, it's like she comes from a modeling background where it's like, yeah, she done, it's most likely, let's just say the next time we see her wearing a weird outfit, that's not her first time wearing a weird outfit. So, I guess my question would be, why are you guys expecting anything different with the kids? Sit down and think about it. Both of your parents are both billionaires. Like, hold on for a second. Let me just look at Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's net worth. And that's just talking on their net worth. They ain't talking about how much money they got in their bank accounts and stuff. But anyways, Kim Kardashian's net worth is $1.7 billion. So I imagine she probably got a lot more than that in her bank account. And then with Kanye West, his net worth is at $2.7 billion. So, and that's with his music and with his clothing line. And then with Kim Kardashian, it's like, yeah, it's all like, what is it, Skims or something like that? So my thing is this, right? People are trying to criticize and judge how Northwest is dressing. And I get it, because I know people will probably ask me, they were like, would I let my kid dress like that? I'm like, no, because and here's the thing, if I was a billionaire that was, okay, it's like I'm focused on all these different things, I guarantee and I promise you, the last thing that's running through, I think Kanye, he was talking about it for a while, but it's like, okay, that's very hypocritical of you. You turn around, you don't want your daughter dressed in a certain way. I get that, I understand that, but you allow your new wife to pretty much go out and about and wear nothing. I couldn't do that. You know, I can't go and say, oh, my daughter's choice of outfits, they're borderline disrespectful. How dare she wear outfits like that? What's the mom doing? What's Kim doing? But then it's like, oh, but yeah, guys, by the way, check out my wife's new outfit at the Grammys or at some award show, BET award show or something. Yeah, check out my wife's see-through outfit and stuff. Look like one of them outfits that them OnlyFans models will be wearing in them like YouTube videos. They were like, oh yeah, I'm trying on some new clothes, and it's like, you ain't, no you're not. It's like, you could care less about those clothes. All you doing is promoting your OnlyFans. And the thing is this, I see stuff like that. I see how Kanye's wife be dressing. I'm like, fam, that is the most off the wall outfits. Like, fam, you can go, I'm pretty sure there is a website that you can go to or somewhere where you could go to, and it'll showcase all of her wild outfits. And what's crazy is that I remember looking that up, like, before her fame and stuff, marrying Kanye and things. I remember looking her up. Fam, she looked like a normal person back in the day. Like, she looked like she wore normal outfits, all that. Now you see her now, it's like she's wearing a shoestring and a Safeway bag. Like, bro, it's things like that where I'm like, talking on Kanye, you can't criticize how your daughter is dressing. Where I'm like, fam, she is a kid with money. What did you expect? When you sit down and you think about it, a kid gets money. What are they gonna do? They gonna act out. They gonna be wilding and out and stuff. Like, they going to be doing any and everything that they can with that money. They can care less about how they look. They are going to wear oversized clothes. Cause like, so the recent thing that's going on with her, the daughter, is that she had like a grill and she drew some like fake tattoos on her face and stuff. Now, yes, if they were real tattoos, I'm like, like, fam, y'all giving a 12-year-old tattoos? Like, that's what we doing now. I'm like, that's kind of weird. That's kind of strange. But the thing is this: every kid growing up had a fake tattoo. I don't know how many times I had fake tattoos growing up. I would honestly go to Walmart, forget all the other stuff that they had. They had like them those machines, like kind of like by the exits or the entrances and stuff. And yeah, they had where it had like fake tattoos in there. I would strictly just go to Walmart for them fake tattoos. I'm like, forget all that other extra stuff. I want a fake tattoo. I don't care about nothing else. So my thing is this. And if I was fam, I just remember the times growing up where I was thinking about that the other day. I remember when I was a kid and my dad, he gave me $100. That was the first time in my life I have ever seen that much money in my hand, and it was in my possession. Fam, I went crazy. I'm like, I ain't never had this type of money before. So I can only imagine where it's like, okay, you go, you have like a lifestyle like that and stuff, a 1-bedroom apartment and things. It's like the most that you've ever seen is $1 and some change. You get 100. Now, switch the scenery and stuff. We live in this big old giant fancy mansion where I'm probably still to this day finding new areas of this mansion. Both of my parents are billionaires. They look at me and they're saying, hey, we're going to put $100 million in your bank account. You do whatever you want to do with it. Wait a minute, what? What you mean? I would imagine that I'm going to have the same reaction I did when I had $100 in my hands, in my possession. But and this is what I did. Rather than doing something productive with that money, I did something kid related with that money. All right. So I remember I went to Target. I bought Midnight Club Dub Edition Remix. I bought I think it was a cheat code magazine. Did I buy any toys? I might have bought a toy or two. I can't remember. But anyways, yeah, I spent that $100 right then and there. I was like, that $100 was gone within the day. So fast forward me now, I'm like, yeah, I'm a little bit more productive and stuff with my money. I'm like, I'm buying things, and that's what it's gonna have to take. It's just gonna take her being an adult, but also being in a situation where it's like, okay, you now have to take care of yourself. But I imagine that it's like, with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West as your parents, it's like that girl, she's never going to have to work a day in her life. Like she got a good life to where it's like she could do whatever she wants. If she wants to work, if she wants to get into music, if she wants to get into modeling, guess what? She got 2 parents that will get her to that point. All right. So I'm like, hold on for a second. Let me go back and see how she was looking, because I think TMZ Drama Alert, they posted about her and stuff. And yeah, she looks like Amanda Bynes. Like she looks like a dark skinned Amanda Bynes a little bit. Like not like dark, like a light skin, but like I feel like Amanda, like not so much as like she's just darker. She just looks like a darker version of Amanda Bynes. Okay, there we go. But yeah, it's like I would imagine with that the grill action she got going on, it's that's because of her dad. I'm like Kanye, he be wearing grills from time to time. The hair, fam, I'm sitting down because she has like blue braids, and I'm like, fam, I don't know how many times I've seen when growing up and seeing kids with like different color hairs and stuff. Like I'm trying to think, I can't remember the first time I seen it, but that's how I guess like how used I am to seeing it, like kids with different color hairs and stuff. Now she does have like one of those like nose piercings where it's like it's in the middle, like it's inside the nostrils, but it's in that middle part of your nose and stuff. It's kind of like how like bulls, how they be having it and things. She does have that. I don't know, like I'm not really into the piercings and stuff. Like I don't care too much for them, but I feel like back then I seen kids with piercings, whether it was ears, their ears being pierced or their nose and stuff. I'm like, but I don't think I'm trying to think. I feel like middle school, like maybe their ears, but not their nose. But I probably, if I look through a yearbook or something, yeah, there's probably a kid off in there with their nose pierced and things. But and then yeah, like I said, the tattoos. I'm like, fam, I'm like, again, kids always got fake tattoos. All right, they always gonna have. Now there was one kid I remember. He was younger than me. This was in high school. This kid, he had a tattoo of a cross on the side of his arm, and I remember I was tripping off of it because I'm like, okay, I'm not even old enough to get me a tattoo, and you're younger than me, so like, hold on for a second. Let's go back on this real quick. How is it that you managed to get a tattoo? But yeah, that kid had a tattoo, and I was like, huh, wow, I ain't never seen that before. That's different, you know. So. And I'm trying to think, like, what else? She does have, like, a lot of jewelry on, like, necklace and stuff. Like, yeah, she got a lot of some chain action going on. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably this. I'd imagine she's going to a private school. But still, I'm like, fam, you can only wear that in the comfort of, yeah, if you want to take pictures with them chains, that's 100% fine. But you ain't going to school with it. I don't care if we go into a private school where your peers is Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's kids. Who else? Like, yeah, all these famous kids that's existing and stuff. I'm like, I don't care. They'll still too. And I'm not trying to have it where it's like you come back home talking about, oh yeah, that $1.4 million chain that I bought you is gone. I guess with me, I'm still in like my in my broke mindset. So if I spend $1.4 million on the chain and it's gone, I'm like, I'm not gonna be thinking like a rich person. I'm gonna be thinking like a broke person. I'm like, no, we're marching all the way up to that public school and we getting the chain back. Dad, it's 3 a.m. Am I supposed to care about the time? They're like, no, sit down and look me in my face. Does it look like I care that it's 3 a.m? You just told me that a $1.4 million chain is gone and I'm supposed to care about the time. No, we're going up to that school. So I'm like, slip on some shoes. We going to this. They're like, Dad, it's -2 degrees outside. Do we not have hoodies, jackets, thermal wear, and all this other stuff? Plus the car that we're driving got a heater in it. So it's like, what? No, I don't care about that. I don't care about none of this stuff. It's a zombie apocalypse going on outside. We have watched every single episode of The Walking Dead. We have seen Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Shaun of the Dead. Do you not know how to handle yourself in a zombie apocalypse? I'm like, you coming up with too many excuses, and we still haven't gotten this $1.4 million chain back. So yeah, I mean, I'll admit, like, you know how she's looking, but that's the thing though. It's like she's a kid, and that's the thing. It ain't my kid, so I can't like pass off that much judgment to a kid that ain't even mine. I guess if it is my kid, then I'm like, yeah, we gonna handle this right here and then. But I'm like, at the same time, they're a kid with rich parents. I guess like the question is, it's like, why would you expect anything different? Why would you expect them to be dressing normal? You know, where it's like you got two parents where it's like I imagine they Northwest and all them kids got more than $100 million in their bank account. They probably got close to $1 billion in their bank. They're probably some of the richest kids in this world right now. You know, so I guess like in that form of like the celebrity life, yeah, because there's those them high end people like Bill Gates, people like that, where I'm like, yeah, they definitely got billions of dollars in their bank account and stuff. But overall though, yeah, I'm like, it's one of those things where I guess like I don't, it's not really something that we need to be paying too much attention to. Now I guess like if she was doing something extremely inappropriate, then yeah, that's I'm all like, okay, what's Kim or Kanye, what are they doing? You know, but at the same time, I'm like, Kim, you know, she done had her wild moments when it came to her modeling career. And Kanye, I'm like, he not so much with him, but with his wife, his new wife, I think her name is Bianca or something like that. Yeah, I'm like, fam, if it's one of those things, because I think he did do a video where he was going off on Kim for allowing their daughter to dress however she wants to dress. And I'm like, fam, look at who you're linked up with, like who you're like arm linked up with. I'm like, look at your wife right now, fam. Like I said, she is wearing a shoestring, a Safeway bag, and what else, you know, and some flip flops. I'm like, yeah, I'm nah, bro. I'm like, you can't sit here and say that it's like, oh, my daughter shouldn't be dressing like a kid with money, but my wife, she can dress like she's never had a wardrobe before. I feel like Kanye, his wife's wardrobe, it has to be like it's nothing. It's like you look in there and it's like, fam, you people that got money, when you walk into their closet, yeah, because they definitely got like a walk-in closet and stuff, but it's like you walk into the closet, it should be a thing where you're like flustered with a bunch of different clothes, like you're looking around like, dang man, I can't even see that girl ain't got no, she ain't got no clothes when you can see the walls to her closet. And fam, I'm like, she probably got like this big old giant fat walk-in closet. I guarantee and I promise you look in there, you can see the walls of her closet. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. It should be close, fam. Me now with far less money than both Bianca and Kanye and Kim, all them guys and stuff, I'm not able to see the wall to my closet. So that's why I'm like, fam, I'm like, what's her problem? What she got going on? So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, fam. I'm like, she got clothes. It's just that she ain't got, like, I guess, cover up clothes and stuff. I imagine if we told her to go, like, hey, go to the store and get you some, or no, like, let's say we sent Bianca, to Champs, and it's all like, hey, get you an outfit. She's like, these clothes, like, they got so much material. I'm like, yeah, that's called a fully functional working jacket. I'm like, she pretty much, Bianca, she be like, her clothes is like a modern day video game. Like, it has like you pay all this money for very little content and stuff, and then over the time, like, I guess adding on to it and stuff, then that's when you could get you a fully functional working jacket or pants or whatever and stuff. But yeah, bro, I'm like, it's one of those things where I'm like, if both of them are, I guess, concerned about how their daughter is dressing, I'm like, Kim, look at your modeling career. Kanye, look at your wife. It's to me, she's dressed like any kid with money would dress, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. And again, I'm not trying to justify how she's dressing, but I guess more so make people understand why she's dressing the way that she's dressing. Now, if her parents didn't have money and we didn't know who Kim Kardashian and Kanye West who they were, she probably would. She wouldn't be wearing them clothes. Or no, here's the thing. She probably would, but we'd just be looking at her as like, oh, that's just a kid, just having fun and all that stuff. It's no biggie or no problem. But I feel like because we know who Kim Kardashian and Kanye West is, it's like we gotta criticize and judge. And I'm like, me personally, I don't care, but I just felt like that I should do this episode to give people a better understanding on why she's dressing the way she's dressing. But anyways, yeah, talk to y'all later. Peace.